We have loved it, to be honest. I think it has given us so much more freedom as a family. So we're not necessarily spending so much time in the car rushing from A to B. But also, you know, you can be more flexible. If it feels like a day that you want to do a session at home, you don't have to go to a face-to-face appointment. So for me, I love it because it gives us more time to just be a family and, you know, sort of set how you want each day to be rather than locking into a lot of appointments that then, you know, might feel not the right fit on the day. I must admit I had big reservations to start because Coco was not so interested in an iPad. So I was thinking there's no way that she's going to engage with her team online. But it's actually been amazing and really surprising. I think what it's taught me is connection is what's important. So if your child has a connection with someone, they'll be able to transfer that online as well. So yeah, it's been great, but we do a whole bunch of things online. So we do our physio, our OT, our speech, we see our feeding speechy online. We've done parent coaching online, we do playgroups online, but also it really can involve the whole family. So often my son, who's 9, will join a session, and my husband's been able to join, so many more sessions just because he can join with us, or he can even join from work as well. So I think often, you, in hindsight, you would go to therapy and, if I think, especially from like a physio point of view or an OT point of view, you'd use the resources that they had there in your session. And obviously you want to then take whatever you're being exposed to or learning about for your child home to practice. And it's not always possible to translate what's happening in a therapy environment to a home environment. But I think we were just so amazed with how creative our team got. So it worked really well. They would send us a list of what activities they were hoping to achieve and what we would need on hand. And it was all stuff that we already had. So it wasn't necessary that we would have to rush out and buy stuff. And then it just meant that it was more targeted, to be honest. So especially with something like OT, we saw such a huge upswing for my daughter because we were working on her fine motor skills, but we were working on it with things that we had around the house. And so it meant that rather than having to set up a whole new experience, it was very play-based and really just targeted with what we had on hand. So yeah, we're big fans of the online model.